Erin and Ben. Welcome to Byron. 4 generations of my family grew up here. I'm Lauren, and this is my hometown. Byron is located right about here in the heartland of rural mid-Michigan, where traffic stops for tractors and turtles, and the only thing brighter than the nighttime country sky is the Friday night lights of a hometown football game. When we heard about your new show and what it could mean for our small town, we knew we had to give it a shot. Our homes, our families, our roots, our hearts, our whole lives are centered here in Byron. Like spokes on a wheel, we're connected by the hub from which we radiate. But that hub, our downtown, has had more than its share of setbacks throughout the years, and as you can see, is in need of some restorative TLC. Byron is essentially a farming community, founded in 1824 before Michigan even became a state, with a history as rich and robust as its soil. Nestled next to the east branch of the picturesque Shiawassee River, Byron was one of the only towns in the vast, untamed county and the very last stop on a stagecoach run from Detroit. When it got its own postmaster in 1837, it became a gathering spot for farmers and settlers to send and receive mail, and its downtown grew from there. Many of the town's oldest buildings are still intact, standing stoic in all their regal glory year after year throughout the changes and modernization of American life. This is the Allen House. Built in 1850, it was a residential dwelling until a physician bought it and turned it into a hospital. In 2012, it was used in the making of the movie, AKA Jimmy Picard.
Looks about him.
How long will you stay here? A month?
After remaining empty for a time, today it is once again a private residence. And every town needs a community center, and this building right here was ours. This year marks its 100-year birthday, and this building has had quite the varied past. It originally served as a gathering place for townspeople, but then was later turned into a gymnasium for elementary school students. Complete with a stage, a mezzanine, and glossy wood plank floors, it served originally as the central gathering place for townspeople, then later as the gymnasium for elementary school students. It housed the town's newspapers, publishing operation, a print shop, a florist, and now, as you can see, a real estate group. Across the street is another old treasure, built in 1898 by Charles Fritz. It's currently apartment units. The bank next to it closed last year, so now even fewer people come into town. The plumbing shop was a deli for a while, which was really enjoyed, but there just wasn't enough traffic to keep it in business. Matadors makes phenomenal pizza, but there isn't seating, so it's takeout only. Fairway here closed about 2 years ago, which was really hard on us because they seemed to have everything you needed at the last minute. Wrapping paper, school supplies, some groceries, odds and ends for the class parties up at the school. It's sad. One establishment after another has had to shut its doors. And if I were to pinpoint exactly when it happened, I would have to say it started with the fire.
The fire you needed above Janelle's Family Restaurant, 108 South Saginaw Street. Being advised, there's smoke coming out of a second-story window. Caller is standing out front so he could hear crackling. Central clear, 236.
On October 1st, 2012, a fire broke out in an apartment above Janelle's Family Restaurant and engulfed a whole line of buildings that extended to that empty lot. It took 11 fire departments from 3 different counties to fight the blaze, and this is all that remains. Everyone in town was devastated. Janelle's was a busy place. People came from all over Michigan to eat there. After that, it was like dominoes falling in slow motion, and there wasn't much we could do to stop it. The fewer the retailers, the fewer the pedestrians, the fewer the standard establishments like a bank or a place to eat, the fewer reasons to come to Byron. It's a vicious cycle of hardship, which has brought us to where we are now.
Rich
was named after my Uncle Bob. Byron's really just an ordinary place. Many of us are farmers, a lot of us work at the school in some capacity, and many people commute to work. In the winter, we meet up at the school and sled down the big hill. We race cardboard boats down the Shiawassee River in the summer. Every spring, students in grades 7 through 12 do a cemetery cleanup, and in the fall, the entire town comes to celebrate homecoming. We share an appreciation for the pace of a small town life. What makes us extraordinary is how much we do with what we have and how we've overcome what we've lost. Throughout it all, we remain devoted to each other and our town. We've surmounted insurmountable odds and are here to tell our story, a centuries-old story that runs parallel to history. It's been said a small town needs 3 things to survive: community pride, strong support in the local school system, and a main street wide enough to host a parade. Byron is fortunate to have all 3, but we are Midwestern realists and we know a healthy downtown district is vital to our future. Being selected for HGTV's Small Town Makeover would help revitalize our community and help preserve its historic character and charm. Thank you, Erin, Ben, and everybody at HGTV for considering Byron for your small town makeover, for highlighting the appeal of small town America, and for continuing to inspire us with your mission.